What's up, Stalkers? I hope you're all doing great and enjoying the game so far. When you're watching this video, you've probably encountered the same technical issues with the game as I have. Just to show you some in-game footage as examples, so that you know what to expect and what I'm talking about. So yeah, example number one, basically just low FPS after some time in-game, FPS dropping down into the 20s or 30s, and other weird graphical artifacts and glitches going on, as you can see. Or here, example number two, just overall shitty looks and graphics, as if you'd been playing in 480p or lastly, and that's the most insane jank I've personally witnessed in the game, even more horrible frame rate drops down to 10 or even single digit FPS, and yeah, really bad texture pop-ins everywhere. So basically, I experimented with several option settings and I also installed some performance enhancing mod. But in the end, nothing worked for me. I still encountered the same technical issues. Whenever I played the game after 10, 15 or 20 minutes, the stutters came back, the massive frame drops came back. So yeah, all the option settings, even the mod, nothing worked for me. In the end, the solution here for me to run the game at high and relatively stable FPS consistently was controlling for the GPU memory, for the VRAM usage. So yeah, I know it's no magic and nothing new, at least to a tech savvy PC gamer, but I was really impressed by the impact the changes had on the performance of my game in particular. So yeah, to get straight to the point here, or to the important part of this video, I want to show you what I did to get rid of any major stutters now or frame drops. Then I'll quickly show you my option settings, which are working for me and for my system. I'll also show or tell you what my system is made up from. And then yeah, last but not least, I show you where you can get the best performance enhancing mod currently available. I also used this mod, but after 10 to 15 minutes of gameplay, I still encountered the same issues as before. And I'm really convinced that monitoring and controlling for GPU memory usage is key here, with or without the mod. Yeah, and I really want to stress this point here I'm making. You have to shut down everything besides the game. Of course, that's pulling VRAM. You see it here to the right side, I'm pulling already 3 gigabytes. I mean, of course, I'm using DaVinci Resolve at the moment. I have it open. I'm recording this video for you guys. I'm also using NVIDIA Broadcast. I mean, this is adding up, right? So there's some stuff at least going on currently in my system. But when my system or my PC is butt naked and I'm playing the game, it utilizes 6, 7.5 gigabytes of VRAM sometimes. So of course, if you use stuff like Discord, or you have Chrome and YouTube open, or even Netflix, this is adding up, and this is causing your VRAM to reach its limits, and then the stutters and the FPS drops, they start. So highly suggesting here control for VRAM and shut down everything you don't need. Also stuff like this here. You see here my NVIDIA home screen. This NVIDIA overlay, shut it off. You don't need it. It pulls resources you want to utilize for the game itself. What you can do as well, and I highly suggest this, is go to your NVIDIA control panel, then select the Manage 3D settings, go to Program Settings, there add or search for your Stalker 2 file, and then go to CUDA System Fallback Policy and choose Prefer System or System Fallback. I mean, in layman terms, this basically allows your GPU, when it runs into limits or reaches its maximum capacity, to fall back to your system RAM. And at times, this might come in handy, especially if you have less VRAM than me. I mean, as you can see here, I use an RTX 3060 Ti with 8 gigabytes of RAM. This is not a lot, but I assume there are lots of folks out there who even use less or have less VRAM available. So this is key to success when you want to fight the FPS drops and stutter, minimize the utilization of VRAM outside of your actual game. Alright, then let's have a quick look at the option settings I'm using. As you guys saw, I'm using an RTX 3060 Ti. I have, as a CPU, I have an i5 12600K, and I'm using 32 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM. So I'd call it a mid-range 1440p setup. Nothing too powerful, but also not too old. Yeah, so for anyone who has similar or comparable hardware, these settings should work just fine. If you have weaker hardware, I would highly suggest you take into consideration to try out the mod I will show after this part here, and this might work for you, because the main issue then probably is the limited amount of available VRAM, as you saw in the first part of the video. Nothing much to talk about. You can pause here and set it up as you see fit for your own system. I can only tell you that I am working with DLS quality because it looks nicer, and the performance drawbacks are fine with me. I have frame generation enabled, no issues here. I don't like motion blur, and I've heard that it might cause performance issues. AA has insignificant drawback, so I'll put this on epic, and the same goes for texture quality. The rest here, I'd call it irrelevant. You can mix and match as you see fit, but these are the settings I'm using. And last but not least, I want to show you the mod I was talking about. It's the Stalker 2 anti-stutter mod and massive FPS boost. It's available on Nexus Mods, and I will also provide the link in the description down below. This mod has been working really well for me. My FPS after installing the engine it provides went from 70, 80 up to 100 plus. My problem was that I was doing it without controlling for my VRAM usage. So at some point my system just reached its limits, and the FPS and stutters came back even though I was using the mod. So right now, I don't even have the mod installed. I'm playing the vanilla game basically with the settings and the controls I showed you in this video, and everything is working fine with 70 up to 80 FPS. I mean, I could play around with some visual personalization here. There's a personal engine ini where he plays around with the visuals. I think this could work great as well, but especially if your hardware is not as fast, or if you have less VRAM compared to me, so let's say 6 gigabytes of VRAM or even lower, I think this peak version here, or even this potato version of the mod, can really enhance your performance and help you to experience the game. So I would definitely give this a shot. If you have a high-end PC, you could even try the Ultra version of this mod. And that's it, guys. I hope this video helped you. As you can see in the upper left corner, I'm hitting over 80 or around 80 FPS at this, calm scenery, but in general, it has been playing really smoothly. And I hope that it does for you too. So leave a comment if this was valuable to you and if this fixed some of your problems. I'd highly appreciate if you also leave a like and the subscription. I will be posting more Stalker 2 content very soon. And yeah, I wish you all lots of fun and enjoy the game. And yeah, good luck surviving the zone, Stalker.